Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be working on this snowblower today. We've already gone through and put new fuel in it, cleaned the carburetor, new spark plug, checked everything else around there, checked the fuel lines, all that kind of stuff. And then we found or determined that the coil was wrong. So we have a new coil today. This was just basically spec'd off of looking on Amazon, 20 bucks. And here we are, 24 hours later. So we're going to take all this apart and then and hopefully she starts. Yeah, look, bike parts. I wonder what those are for. I'll set up, let's go. And now we're going to dismantle the snowblower, specifically the pull drive, to give us access to the ignition coil that we're going to remove and then replace. These are identical pieces. However, we end up finding it a bit difficult to install it. And that was because it is off by a few millimeters where the hardware bolts it to where the flywheel can connect to it to give the ignition to the motor. So we are about to remove the coil. As you can see here, it is basically identical. Once we get it off here, we'll take another closer look at it to compare the two. There we go. That's a slightly better view. So yeah, like for like. There we go, less shaky. So the top, everything looks the same. Side profile, everything looks the same. Back profile, everything looks the same. Bottom, again, everything looks the same. Yeah, let's throw her in, see what happens. See if we can spark this up. Because you only need three things to make sure an engine runs. One is fuel, the second is compression, and the last is spark. I said all of that, but I did not realize that there was actually quite a bit of fuel that was still in the fuel line, and that later prevents me from starting the snowblower. So I think I'll be cleaning everything in the future. As you heard in the beginning of the video, it didn't quite sound right, a bit of pinging, but additionally, it does run, so it's a win. So I have to make a slight change. So what I'm doing here is I'm honing out where the bolts go in by a couple millimeters so that we can actually install the new ignition coil. It took a lot more than I thought, but we did eventually get it to work after a couple of fits and finishes of testing to make sure that she's in the right position so that we get the appropriate amount of spark. Don't hear any metal, so the spacing is correct. So one way to check for spark is to ground the plug against the metal surfaces, and you'll see here so we got spark. We do have compression, so we must not be getting fuel. Well, we've got spark, we've got fuel, we have compression. There's something else going on in this thing that's not letting one of those processes complete. I don't know. It has me stumped for today. We saw the spark, we know there's fuel. Interesting. Well, it took me 20 minutes to flush the carb, but we made it work. guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And I'll catch you in the next one. Probably part 3 of this saga. Peace.